It is crazy to think, as I'm filming this, we have officially moved. We have officially figured out our storage unit situation, and we are into the next chapter of our adventures. But as of right now, today is July 24th, and in exactly 2 days, we close on our property, which I'm super excited about. And we actually just got our survey back this morning, and I'm actually gonna pop it up right here so you guys could basically go along with us on this adventure of building our first home together. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, Kyle is a builder, my dad's a builder, my brother's a builder. I come from a family of builders. My sister's in the building industry. My mom at one point was in the building industry. Actually, both of them kind of do more permitting side of things, but again, it's still relevant of the situation. So yeah, I have, me personally, little knowledge, but I am surrounded with family of lots of knowledge. So we got our survey back. I didn't know what I was looking at, but basically we are actually looking at exactly our specific lot that we just purchased. It is going to give us our exact dimensions. And then what I had to do is I had to contact the zoning department and then basically find out and I'm gonna put it in here, we had to find out our setbacks. So our setbacks are basically meaning how far our property needs to sit on the property from all angles, right? Because basically your house has to sit in the middle at a specific size, because you cannot be, I'll give you exact measurements, from the street to the house, it has to be exactly 25 feet. And then from the corner lot, it has to be at least 15 feet. From the side, it has to be 6 feet. And from the back, it has to be 10, right? So with all those measurements put into place, your house has to sit right there on your piece of property. So great news is we got all that back. We've already been in contact with an architect, and we finally narrowed down the house that we want. Now, just for fun, I am actually going to show you 2 other floor plans that we are really strongly going for, but then we ended up settling on the final one that I will show you at the end of this video. Now, the ones that I have, you're kind of sitting on them. The ones that I have, I physically have printed out. If I am able to pop up the image by finding them online again, I definitely will. It'll probably be much clearer for you guys to see. But basically, we were trying to stay within the 2,000 square feet range, as well as, you know, keeping like a 4-bedroom scenario. To be honest, we only need 3 bedrooms with an office. And the only reason that we like that is because that's what this home right here is. So we're kind of used to that. But yeah, I mean, and honestly, if you're going to build your own house, you might as well build exactly what you want. So that's the exciting part of this whole experience. So here is the first house that we were, actually, let me see. I think I was gonna do what one we were strongly for, and then we changed. So I think, okay, so this was our first house. This was the first one that we were looking at, right? Here is the front layout, which is awesome looking. We like the 3-car garage scenario, but to be honest with you, we really didn't think with the width of the property we were going to be able to do the 3rd car garage. So we thought, all right, we'll just chop off the 3rd, do a 2-car, and do that option. Now here's the floor plan. This one does say it was 2,002 square feet, 3 bedrooms. We have a flex room, so technically 4, and then 2 bathrooms. So here is that one. If you want to screenshot or pause, you guys could look at the floor plan there. And obviously we have just a little bit of drawings on modifications we were gonna do. So that was option 1. Then we went with option 2, which honestly we were like, yes. We are definitely doing this one. You know, we saw a bunch of modifications. So here is the front layout of the house. And as you guys can see here, the garage was going to be facing the side of the house rather than face on. So this was our really strong contender. And then with this one, we had a lot of modifications that I felt that we had to do in order to kind of make what we wanted. And honestly, you're probably not gonna be able to read a lot of my husband's handwriting, but basically we were turning, I'm just gonna mention it now and then you guys will understand. We were turning like the living room into the office. We were getting rid of fireplaces altogether. We live in Florida, we don't need fireplaces, so therefore it was making our pantry larger. And then obviously we were thinking about not doing an upstairs at all, so we were like removing stairs, making our laundry room bigger, basically shifting our entire master closet down to where the laundry room would have been, and therefore making our master bath larger, as well as taking away a tub. Hopefully that helps. Actually, I do not have the measurements of this house, but I do know it was roughly around, like I said, 2,000 square feet. So if you want to go ahead, screenshot that there, you can kind of read his handwriting and see exactly what I was talking about. So that was our strong contender. Like that was one we were for sure like, that was it. Well, then we kind of were talking to my dad, and my dad was like, hey, like, you know, the lots are only so wide, so really your house might be too long, and I don't know if it's going to work out for you. So then Kyle was like, hey, rather than going wide, let's go up. And we really didn't want a two-story house, to be honest with you. We were kind of strongly, not against it, but really we're like, why? Well, we ended up finding one where there was just like a bonus room upstairs is what we ended up finding. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the front image because I don't have that one printed out at all. So this is the front image of the property that you are seeing. And then as you guys could see, kind of similar concept where we were keeping the garage on the side of the house. Again, this is a 3-bedroom, it says 2.5 bath. However, we are making modifications, and I'm popping that up right now. I'm looking at it on my phone, but now you are actually going to see all the modifications that Kyle made and he sent over to the architect off of Paint, and he cracked himself up pretty badly about it because he's like, my drawing is horrible, and he's like, sorry, but I'm trying to get my concept across. Because basically with this one, we were like converting away, like turning, I can't talk. We were in our flex room. We were adding a wall. I wanted it to be where my office comes directly into the living room rather than the foyer. That was my personal preference. And then with our laundry room area, we didn't want the half bath, so we ended up making our laundry room a little bit larger. Kyle wanted to add the AC vents or the AC lines into the laundry room rather than putting them up in the attic for like maintenance purposes. And then we ended up removing the door that goes from the master closet into the laundry room. I don't feel a necessary need for that, so we went ahead, removed that, as well as removing the tub because we are not tub people, and this is a perfect spot for you to go. So we went ahead and removed the tub completely, so you are seeing that all right now. So we've gone ahead, we picked out our floor plan. We are 100% set on that one. Like I said, we already went ahead, talked to the architect, sent him over those with any modifications that we want to do, and then we went ahead, got the survey done, got our zoning so we know exactly where the property can sit. And at this point, the house itself is like 23 plus square feet, and to be honest, I think we're going to end up shrinking it down just to make sure it fits the property. Obviously we're not going to shrink it too small, but again, we want to be either at or I don't mind below 2,000 square feet. And with this particular floor plan, as you guys see, it does have a bonus room, which honestly works out perfect because we can either make that as my office, which I probably won't because I would prefer to be downstairs. So if anything, we're talking about making that bonus room kind of like a, not like a theater room, but more kind of like a little man cave for Kyle, just because, I mean, we have the space, why not? I'll have my crafty room more than likely downstairs. Our guest will have our office, our master. So really there's no need for me to go upstairs. So I told him he can do whatever he wants with it. So yeah, I really think that this floor plan works out perfect. And the really cool thing about this community that we are building in, it is very, very rural. So not a whole lot going on, as you guys did see in a prior video where I posted us searching for the property. But we actually get to keep the RV on the property. So we don't have to pay for like a storage unit. We don't have to do any of that. We don't have to sell it. We can keep it. So eventually it allows us to kind of see all the different places of Florida rather than like booking a hotel. And we could take the dog with us, we could take the cat with us, so I'm super excited about that. So yeah, so that's currently where we are at this moment in time. Of course, this is going to be a series, but it is going to be a long, lengthy series only because in the midst of us doing all this, we are planning to travel. So we will definitely see how long that traveling experience is. And in the meantime, we're going to be building a home at the same time. So really exciting things going on. And yeah, make sure you are staying tuned because I'm going to try to break it down into little categories just so you guys can see the process of what it takes to build a home. So hopefully some videos will be a little bit shorter than this. Hopefully they'll be a little bit longer, especially once we start breaking ground. We start, you know, doing more of the like essentials that we want with just everything involved. So make sure you subscribe and we'll see you guys on the next video.